Well, good morning guys, and welcome to another Munro adventure today. Now the plan for today is a couple of Munros from just outside Tyndrum. A nice 3-hour drive this morning to get me here. I can just about see the direction I'm going. You might just be able to see the hill. I think it's just in this direction. Still in the mist and fog, but there is a touch of blue sky there. So I'm hopeful that this is going to clear by the time I make my way out there. So anyway, I'm going to get my boots on, get organised and start making my way up this hill. The route today begins by crossing the West Highland Way and then across this old stone bridge. From here, the first part of the walk is on nice flat ground next to the railway line. Okay, this is looking good. Blue skies, the sun's out, and the part of this walk now takes me through the woods. I think there's some beautiful waterfalls once I get through all this. And yeah, look at that, blue sky. Hopefully the tops will be clear when I get there. So the first Munro will be Beinn Dubhchraig, and then it'll be on to Ben Oss, and these Munros make up the group that is part of Ben Louis. I think there's 4 Munros in that area. I know the view from that second one should have a really good view onto Ben Louis, so I'm looking forward to that. So anyway, I'm gonna make some more progress towards this first Munro. Once across this wooden bridge, things started heading uphill, where there were some fantastic views of waterfalls, and yeah, it was just a scenic part of the walk. So I'm probably about halfway to this first Munro, distance-wise, height-wise, I'm nowhere near yet. But the walk here has been stunning so far. A heap of lovely waterfalls on the way up, and there's actually one of the best ones is right behind me. I'll give you a closer look at that. But a word of warning, the going to get here is really boggy. I was warned about that in the description for this route, but yeah, most of it's actually avoidable. But there is patches where your feet will end up in it, as I found out. My feet are just slightly damp, but you can see behind me that the Munro is still in the cloud, so I'm creeping towards it as slow as I can, to be fair. So hopefully it's clear at the top. So yeah, it turned out to be a nice morning, and I hope it stays this way.
Up in the trees, this a friend breathes in way you know of all you show, all you ever never need to know.
I'm getting pretty close now to the top of this first Munro. I'm just at the corrie below Beinn Dubhchraig. Fantastic. Looking really bright now, really spring-like. Hoping I'll get views at the top. It seems to be lifting with me, which is a bit of luck. Some fantastic views behind. Look at that, that must have been the Bridge of Orchy in that direction. And the conical peak there is obviously Benmore. Not a lot of snow, which is a bonus. I've left ice axe behind today as I don't think I'll be needing it. There's only tiny patches, but yeah, shouldn't be long before I'm at the top now. Well, there's the top of Munro 240. Right then, there's the summit. Rather breezy up here, so I'll try and get a quick seat. But this is Beinn Dubhchraig. It's 978 metres high. I think it means Hill of the Dark Crag, something along that lines. As I say, really breezy. I think I'll maybe get to the other side of this cairn, get some shelter from that wind. So I timed that to perfection, near enough, to get here. Not any cloud or mist lingering anymore. So I'll show you what I can see. That is over to the next Munro just there. A fair bit bigger than this one. The giant that is Ben Louis is still in the cloud there. In this direction, that's a stunning view down Loch Fyne and beyond. Absolutely brilliant. So I was going to try and maybe fly the drone here. I'll wait and see if that wind dies down a bit, take my chance, but before that I'm going to get a quick bite to eat. Now that's me fed and watered, so I don't think I'm going to linger too long up here. I've still got to make it all the way out and back to that second Munro. Hopefully the winds will die down a little bit for that. Views behind are fantastic. As I said before, into the Bridge of Orchy region, the 5 Munros in there, and yeah, Benmore Stibinian on the other side. So as you can see, I'm getting blown a bit in this wind, so I'm going to pack up and head to this next Munro. So just a little update before I crack on towards this next Munro. So the way I'm headed is, you can maybe just see the path heading over here. So this is the way I came up earlier, up over here. I'm going to head out over to that second Munro in the distance there. Look at Ben Louis in the distance, it looks humongous from here. Now I think there is a fair bit of drop between these two, so I'm going to get my head down and make my way to that second Munro. So I'll catch up with you once I'm a little bit closer. So I was right in saying there is a fair drop between these two hills, and as you can see, there are some fantastic views down to the loch below. But even better than that view down to the loch was the view over to Ben Louis that finally opened up as I got closer to this next Munro. Well, I can see the top of Munro 241. Now, this feels like a minor lump that I'm on just now compared to the big Ben Louis that's next to me. Finally, 241 in the bag. That's a fair pull up from that other Munro to get to this point. So this is Ben Oss, and I think that loosely translates to Elk Mountain, something along that lines. And it's a bit higher than the one before it at 1,029 metres high. So the thing that stands out here is obviously Ben Louis, so I'll give you a closer look at some of the views up here.
Have a waterfalls, hail of storms, with water flows. We have our lakes at all these slates. There's laughing and joking. One day we'll pay the price.
That view is definitely the highlight of my day today. Ben Louis brings back fantastic memories I had climbing that. I think it was this time last year maybe, or even the year before. I've lost track of time with this Munro journey, to be totally honest. But yeah, what a mountain it is. I think it's definitely one of the finest in this area. So it's a bit of a shame that it's dulled down a bit. I was enjoying that blue skies and stuff earlier, but I can't have it all. I've got a clear top and the views are still spectacular. So it's actually got really dark and murky, so I'll show you some of the views that I can see from up here. So that's actually Loch Oss down there, the first Munro. Just behind it, I've actually got to go all the way back around and up and over all this. In the distance there, you can see the conical peaks. That is Ben Oss and Oss. Not a lot of snow on them either. Starting to get a little bit colder up here now, but you can actually see all the tops and show a number of Munros in the distance there. I'd be here all day if I tried to start naming all of them. But yeah, I'm going to linger for just a bit longer, then I better start making a long way back to the car park. Well, it looks like the sun has decided to come out now, just as I'm about to head back down, but I've been up here for over an hour I think, and it's a long haul to get back to my van from here, so yeah, that's it. Time to head back down. So the way down from here was just the reverse of what I'd already done, back to the Bielach between the two Munros, and then the same route back towards the car park. I'm finally back down to this main path. You can see where I've come from behind me there. It's actually spitting rain just now. It has been for the last 20 minutes. It's a fair slog from that second Munro all the way back, a good couple of hours at least. But I've had a brilliant day today. Another day with two clear summits, so I'm glad of that. After my day in Carrower, I was a bit disheartened getting two cloudy summits, so today's made up for it again. And 41 Munros left to go. Doesn't feel like much at all. So my review out of 10, I think I'll give these an 8. Some fantastic views onto Ben Louis. And yeah, I always love walks in this area. Never too difficult in the right conditions. So I reckon about half an hour till I'm back at the van. And then that 3-hour drive home. So that's always the way at this part of the Munro journey, long days. So thanks for watching today, and I'll see you in the next adventure.